these moves.
Hey, everybody, this is Dr. J.
Hello.
Mr. Spike. We're shooting the breeze from Long Island, New York. Professor Spike, you look like you're in your backyard.
Yes, I'm in my backyard while it's still nice out.
I'm in my stuffy office. I'm in my stuffy office, yeah.
Well, that looks like a very nice office. It doesn't look stuffy at all. Looks like a very, very fine place to read a book.
Yeah, except last time I read a book was 30 years ago. So
yeah, and I was going to say, and ponder your gains and losses on the stock market.
Yeah. Let's see what Indubitably has to say before we get started.
From Dallas, Texas.
Well, they're only 6 degrees higher than us today.
Right, but I'm sure it's a cool heat.
Yeah.
Ours is a cool heat.
Yeah, 71 degrees for this time of year is a little bit unusual.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. The whole winter's been unusual, so it's just more of the same.
So what I want to talk about, of course, are the major indices, news, the spiders. I want to talk about some bios that are heating up. Aurinia Pharmaceuticals. Also,
Novus.
Novus and
Coinbase is actually doing a little decent today.
Yeah, what's the other one that I advertised? Dermtech up 12%. Dermtech got a contract with one of those Medicare disadvantages, I think.
Medicare disadvantage.
Yeah.
Part D for disadvantage.
Yeah, Part C for disadvantage. Actually, I think it's one of the blues, the North Carolina blues, or one of the states blues. They got a contract, and they're going to get more and more. This company is going to be bought.
Yeah, no, I know.
But so will Aurinia be bought. That's why they pop.
I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that since the 1960s.
It'll happen.
Being bought.
It'll happen. I'm convinced there's going to be a lot of buyouts in Biotech. Then it'll start moving.
Yeah. Are you in the IBB or the XBI?
No.
Yeah, because you would have thought with all these little one-offs doing well that the IBB would be doing all right, but it's just okay.
Indubitably wants to know: is it too late to buy the Bitcoin miners, Riot in particular? I don't know. I mean, do you think Bitcoin going back to 69,000, Spike?
Well, I don't think so, but
it broke 30.
Yeah, I know. Maybe
it basically doubled in the last few months.
But nobody should ask me. Everybody should do the opposite of what I say and what I do.
Well, you're not going to buy Bitcoin. I know that.
Right. I mean, I'm still hesitant to buy Tesla.
Let's try to analyze this logically. By your not buying Bitcoin, everyone should go ahead and buy it.
Well, but I didn't sell my Coinbase.
Okay.
But I'm notorious for not selling my stuff when it's all losers.
Right. When you buy something, you really like it.
Exactly. Especially nowadays.
You say "I do" to the stock.
Yeah, exactly. I marry it.
You don't just buy it. You say "I do."
Exactly.
So what's the answer? What answer should we give Indubitably? Too late or not too late?
For Riot blockchain?
I'd
say there's still probably a little bit of up over time. I don't think it's it may be ripping now and they might be a better opportunity, but I think it's got more upward potential. But like I said, that's why I'm not bailing out of Coinbase.
In the old days, this would have been vodka. Now it's water.
In the old days, that would have been vodka? Well, no. Was it when you had a 10 bagger? That would be vodka.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't had a 10 bagger in a long time.
Well, we got potential.
Well, yeah, you still think Athesis might get there eventually.
This could be 100-bagger from where it is now.
But yeah, it went under $1 again.
Yeah. Let's go look at some charts.
Sure. And I'm still bullish on Eli Lilly.
Weight Watchers is going to promote their drug, right?
Oh, is it?
That's what I heard.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's their drug or another one of those drugs. Weight Watchers getting play. No more willpower. What happened to willpower? Forget the willpower.
I know. That's the thing with Ozempic. All the people who actually need it are crying because everybody else is going, hey, I want to feel full.
Should I stay with this lousy browser or go to the better one?
Let me see when you start.
This is one with the beta that I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, we're not going to be looking at that many stocks.
I'll go to a better one.
Okay. Yeah, one of these days we'll learn the beta. I mean, we're not going to have a choice. This was like when Microsoft switched over to all those menu bars, ribbons.
How are we going into the close? S&P is up a fifth of 1%.
Right.
Dow is up 0.5%. Nasdaq down 1/4. Russell is up nice, 1.25.
Really? I haven't looked at IWM in a while.
It's working for me today. Dermatech and Arenia and Novus helping me out.
IWM's at a decent price, 177.
Yeah, I quit moving money out of IWM. I left some in. Remember, I was switching over to the Qs.
Yes, you were.
This is one that I'm disappointed in. AVXL is not doing anything.
Yes.
One of my disappointments.
I'm still holding on, still keeping the faith. But yes, AVX has been a little bit.
I tell you, I'm not going to hold on. If it busts below this support level, I'm not holding on. It better not go below 713. I'm going to start bailing.
That's your capitulation point.
Yep. Well, maybe not exactly 7, but in that area. That's my capitulation. At least I'll start to sell. All right. So what do we want to look at? Apellis, by the way, made a big move. Remember, we had the eye doctor on with us.
Yes.
He told us about Apellis.
That's right. He did.
Yeah. All right. That made a big move. Takeover rumors. I don't know what to look at first.
Let's see. Why don't we look at the S&Ps to start?
I tried to type in spiders and I typed in PY by mistake. It looks like a good one, PY.
It's coming back.
Maybe the mistakes are how to play the market.
Right.
This is Professor Omar's sell signal, 410. We're at a Professor Omar sell and go short. He's been long to 410, he told me.
Really?
Yeah. Or 4100, whatever the equivalent is.
Right.
So he said 410 or 411, something like that. And then 330.
But I thought he's been doom and gloom all along. He actually
he's long. He's been long for the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
I think he caught part of this rally.
Yeah, it's a rip, right?
Yeah. So he thinks that we're going to retest and go past the lows.
I'm thinking, I mean, I just sold. What did I just? I just sold some of my gold, thinking that that's at a bit of a high point.
Right, it broke 2,000, right?
And also, I'm thinking that if we think we're going to get either inflation or a recession, I'm going to vote recession.
Uh-huh. The hedgies all agree with you. They're all short the market. The Bridgewaters of the world. Ray Dalio, whatever his name is.
Uh-huh. I wasn't talking about the market in general. I was just talking about gold. But
Oh,
yeah,
gold.
this might be a bit of a, if Professor Omar is right.
Are we back on that long-term trend line?
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah. So Professor Omar likes it to turn around and go south from here. But the thing is, he's usually not with the herd, but the herd is all saying short. That troubles me. Except for one man. One man stands alone that's saying buy, 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 buy.
Who's that? Our friend Jim?
Jim. He
Well,
says
he's not saying it. His button is saying it.
well, he says that we're in a bull market.
Well, I want to hear what our friend Omar El Alarian says. Whatever he says.
He's more of an economist than a market for predictor.
But he's one of the most brilliant guys one of the most brilliant talking heads I've seen.
He's a PhD in economics. He's no fool.
Yeah.
From a real place.
He worked for PIMCO for a while.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
So I'll wait to see what he has to say.
Professor Omar's no dummy. If he's calling 3:30, you got to pay a little attention.
Our Professor Omar, yes. Yes, we do.
I'm not saying I agree with him, but I'm maintaining a neutral stance. I'm not calling for a turnaround. I'm not calling for a rip. I'm just going to let the market show me. I'm not calling this one. We're definitely at an inflection point, though. Let's see what we
interesting times, right?
What can we learn from the Qs? The Qs maybe already started to turn around.
Turn around up or turn around down? Let's see.
To turn down. It peaked last week.
Yeah, it's doing that same little, but the picture isn't as clear as the other one was.
Right. But it does look like
there's something more parabolic here.
Very, very possible that we put in a high last week on the Qs.
Huh.
I'm feeling just, I'm not saying 3,300 on the S&P. I'm not saying 215 on the Qs. It's nothing like that. But I'm saying that maybe we are due for a little pullback.
Fair enough.
Maybe down to the 50 moving average on the Qs, 303. I don't like to make these bold calls on what basis. I can see a little pullback now, but that's normal. Maybe.
So
yeah,
why don't you put the IWM up just to get perspective?
All right, IWM had a rip today relative to the other indices.
Yeah, but it's still down to its more long-term 175. Remember, this thing was at
this one looks very bullish compared to the Qs or the SPYs.
Yes, it does. This one, right? This one doesn't look like it's, or maybe the degradation has already happened for that one.
Well, yeah, because maybe
totally.
The peak was here back in February, and we're down from there.
Like it already did what the other ones are going to do.
Maybe.
Huh.
Maybe this is a high. And it certainly looks like lower highs all the way down after that high. And as far as the low goes, let's see how this looks as a low.
A lot of touches.
Yeah.
What number is that? Around 169?
167.50.
Okay.
Right now, again, the 200 is clear resistance. It's got to close above the 200 for me to notice the IWM. If it doesn't close above the 200, it's just a yawn.
Have you kept anything in this one?
Yeah, I still have a good deal of money in it.
Okay.
But I moved a lot out to the Qs.
You think you should move some back?
Maybe.
Because this is what the charts are telling me.
Maybe. I'm not that balanced. I have more in the Qs. SPY and this are about equal. And most of my money is in Amazon and Walmart, believe it or not.
I believe it. I mean, Walmart's been, at least it's been on the right side of 150 again.
Yeah, Walmart, I'm actually up.
And Amazon's on the wrong side of 100, right?
Right, Amazon sucks. Never the right time to buy Amazon.
We have a request for AQST, I'm sorry. From Curtis. He said over $1 for 10 days tomorrow. NASDAQ compliance. Not really sure what that means, but
it's got a little rally going.
It does, doesn't it?
Off the lows, yeah, definitely. Definitely off the lows.
I think it might have made a new bottom over there.
Yeah. Definite support right at the lows.
It's like, well, it's sort of like and also that other little local maximum could be the new
72 cents. Now you got the 200 as support.
Okay, so the 200 could be the new floor. That makes sense. That looks about right.
Yeah, and you have a little trend line going. Baby trend line, right?
From there up, yeah.
We extend it, we get 123 as the target. Targeting 123 on this guy. That seems reasonable.
Very nice. Okay. Thank you, Curtis.
AUPH.
AUPH. Good day today.
Watch the volume. No volume.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like I said, this one's been faking us out for the last year and a half.
But is there any volume at all this week in the market?
Everyone's on vacation.
Yeah. So it doesn't prove much, right? No volume don't mean much. It means very little, very, very little.
Yeah, the stock Twitters keep, oh, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day. Any day now.
Well, maybe tomorrow is the day. You never.
Maybe.
You never know.
You got higher lows going, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, you want to take out this high at 1174, then we're cooking. It's made a beautiful run off the lows at $4,
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I'm happy with my Arenia. I'm happy with the price action, happy with the chart. Another one I'm happy with is Dermtech.
Oh, that's right.
I sold a little when it didn't look good to me. And luckily I bought it back before today's move. 15% move. I had sold 40% of it. And I bought it all back. It's at resistance at the 200 and 200/50. At resistance. It's trading between the averages, between the 100 and the 200. Support at the 100, resistance at the 2. And this one is definitely worth more than it's trading at. So that much I've been screaming for a long time.
Yeah, now you've been rattling the teacups for this one for a while.
They're starting to get contracts like I said, with Medicare disadvantages and with the Blues of the world. Blues, is that like Blue Cross or whatever it's?
Probably a Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Blue whatever.
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. I like this one. I like it for a takeout I'll tell you who's buying them. Exact Sciences at $33.
Okay.
What's the one?
I wanted to. Oh yeah, which is what I wanted.
Annovis?
I wanted to look at. We needed to look at Annovis and Anavex to just do
Annovis.
just to do comparisons. To do comparisons.
Annovis had good news after bad news after good news after bad news. It makes your head turn. The good news today is they stopped the ATM. No more buying. No more selling into the market. And some members of the board bought shares. They didn't say how much, but they bought insider buying.
All right.
They raised 8.4 million. On top of that, 24 million. So they're solvent, at least for another year.
Well, that's good.
That's the good news. It was bad news last week. They really made a mess of the conference, PD conference in Switzerland, made a big mess. So they cleaned up the mess the last couple of days.
I've been noticing that these conferences for the Alzheimer's companies have been awful for them because they decided to take a big dump after one of its.
Because there's high expectations and they fail to deliver.
Gotcha. And then they get accused of fraud.
That too. Sava is still depressed.
Yes. I mean, I had an all right day today, but still.
We need some takeovers. Well, what was the other biotech you want?
The AVXL, the other one.
Which one?
Well, Anavex, just a comparison.
AVXL?
Yeah, you had Annovis and Anavex. I think Anavex isn't as far along. But look how look at that one. That one's not even telling you a story except doom and gloom.
Didn't I say I would sell this at 7
Huh.
I just looked at this chart. Didn't I?
Well, yeah. If you're gonna give up, nobody's gonna fault you for it.
Unless I'm dreaming. Could be dreaming. Who has early Alzheimer's? You or me? I'm not sure.
Well, I'm going to try to put it off for as long as possible. I mean,
didn't I say we're at support? If we break support, I'm going to start selling.
You did say that.
Yeah.
Because this one was the one. This one wasn't the fanciest of the bunch.
They had very good news on phase 2. but they didn't start phase 3 yet. They're a long way to Tipperary.
Right.
I like this one, but despite liking it, I don't like the price action.
Well, yeah. My question is, if it hits that blue line, do you capitulate or do you just buy?
I'll start selling. I don't, not all at once, but I'll start selling.
Gotcha.
Like I say, you just edge into the lane. Don't just get out.
Gotcha. No, the other one we were talking about was XERS.
Look, Dermatech, had I sold my whole position, I might not have been back in. I just edged a little and I jumped right back in.
Right. Oh yeah. No, I think your timing is pretty good on that one.
Well, you watch the chart and you say, oh, it looks like I was wrong in selling. I'm going to jump back in.
Gotcha.
Or it looks like I was right in selling and continue to sell.
So sell more, right? Gotcha.
What's that? We went over.
XERS was the last one we wanted to look at.
I want to do, before I forget, Hong Kong HKD, whatever that's. HKD, AMTD Digital. Don't ask me what they do. But
Okay.
WJB Trader has sent me a direct message that he likes this one at like 6. Good call, WJB Trader. I replied, of course, that it wasn't my kind of stock. When I can't see the chart, I'm not interested. When you need a magnifying glass to see the chart.
I understand.
So not my kind of play, but good. The only reason I wanted to show it is I wanted to shout out to WJB Trader 1 on Stock Twits. What did you want?
XERS.
This one is Jay's baby.
Yeah, no, I know. The question is whether or not this rip is gonna sustain itself.
Usually not, but you never know. I'm not going to run after it. I'm not running after anything unless I'm already in it and I want to add. But to open up a new position, no. Not for me. If I wanted to, I would look for $1.76.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that sounds right.
Personally, I'm just not playing them when they go straight up. They could go straight up more. We're overboard.
Yeah,
you see the shaded area?
If you go really long term, you'll see.
You see the RSI down here, the blue turquoise?
Yes.
That's all overboard. We've been overboard for a couple of weeks, or at least a week.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm not too keen on jumping in now on this one. Although you never know. Sometimes they first run or they get taken out or whatever. You want to talk metals? You want to talk gold and copper? I like this one.
All right. Which one's? These are overall. What is this? Freeport.
Copper is at a pretty high level now, pretty high price. Gold, so is gold. It's a good play. It's a quality
inflation play.
It's a quality company. It's been around a long time. They pay a small dividend, I believe.
You know, one's been doing good for me. The nickel has been doing good for me.
Yeah. I'm not. I usually don't touch miners, but this is one of my favorite ones. If I were to play it.
Gotcha.
What else? Amazon sucks.
Well, let's look at. You want to look at some of the lithium plays, like either PLL or LIT?
I'm out of LAC.
Oh, you're out of LAC?
Yeah, I went below 20. I got out. LIT I can look at. I still have a big position.
Yeah, LIT is not at its highest. I mean, you know, I don't know what to make of this because everybody's saying that there's a shortage of lithium if we're going to go EV. But meanwhile, you saw those highs. I mean, if you believe in that, we should be backing up the truck buying this one.
Probably we should be backing up the truck buying them.
I mean, the only thing that gives me pause is all these little fires.
I'm going to give you a question. What percentage of new car buyers in the United States say that the next car they buy is going to be EV?
Well, the current is what, about 3% current, and they think it's going to be 10%.
Yeah, way under.
Oh, well, the ones who say they're going to, the ones who actually do it, around 40%.
They say they're going to.
About 40% say they're going to, but they'll
No,
fall short.
19.
19, really? Okay.
19.6, something like that. Because the average price of an EV is 58 grand.
Right.
So even if you get 7,500 off, you know.
Right. Even if you get that Joe Biden rebate.
Yeah. And then they're talking about half the money for some reason.
Well,
it's
then
got to be made in America.
Half the electricity.
They want every piece of it made in America to get 7,500.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, do you read anything into the fact that Elon Musk is going to China for his batteries?
No.
You don't read anything into that?
No.
I thought that might have been bad news. I thought that might have been bad news for the American lithium players.
It's good news because he can't build enough here in this country.
Well, so what does that mean? That means that we're just not.
He's gearing up. He's going to build his own batteries, but he's going to need.
Yeah, but if he builds it in China, what good is that?
Ship it. Yeah, how about all the cars he sells in China too?
That's true too. He could do some of that there. No, I was just a little disappointed to hear that it wasn't going to be a.
I don't know what to make of Tesla. Whether it's a buy, sell, or hold. That I don't know.
Curtis says XERS might be bought up by Regeneron, which is why.
Oh, okay.
Move.
It might be, and Dermtech might be bought by EXAS, and Arenia might be bought by Pfizer. So we got a lot of maybes. Pick one.
Right, exactly.
And BCRX could be bought by Merck.
I'm told that BCRX is starting to be old news.
BCRX, the only reason to own that one is buyout.
Exactly.
I don't own any anymore.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about my position. I'm going to stay with it, but yeah, I'm not. I'm a little on the disappointed side.
I haven't touched any of my Capricorn. I'm waiting.
Okay.
The chart is okay. Building a base.
Yeah, again, it's just you got higher lows.
Yeah. Gave back off the 5 1/4 level. Gave back, but it'll run again. It's going to do a lot of this back and forward stuff. It's basically it's a long-term play. Amazon. Should we look at Amazon? Call it a day.
That makes sense. Yes.
I have too much Amazon. Did I tell you that?
No, because there's no wrong time to buy Amazon.
I think there is. I think I found it. It found the 50-day moving average, and I think it's going to stay there. It's not going to go beyond that. So I think we're at good level of support here. It's going to toy with the 100 and go through it. The next level of resistance is a 200 at about $107, 108. I think we get a test of that. This old high.
Yes.
108.78. We get a test of that. Whether it passes a test or not, I can't tell you. But it's a very important test. Of course, according to Professor Omar, we're heading down.
Even on Amazon.
Everything.
All right.
Everything. And then it's going to go all in, completely all in.
Oh, right. Once it's down to rubble.
Once it hits 330 SPY, he's going all in.
He'll bottom feed. That's if he's got money to bottom feed. Maybe he should do a couple extra courses, so he'll have enough money to bottom feed with.
He's doing okay with the E-mini futures. Give him credit. Give him credit where credit is due.
Sure.
Always like to give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
So, Curtis, thank you for your Biotech symbols, names. Some of them were interesting. ARDX, I'm totally out of. I took my profits. I think that was a Curtis play.
Yeah, I remember that.
Tim is talking Jeppy. Jeppy is one of my favorites for dividends.
Maybe on Thursday we'll talk about that if we're around.
Jeppy for the win. I got my monthly dividend and stock is up 3%. How can you go wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting almost 1% a month.
Yeah, the wind is starting to blow and the cloud is starting to cover. So I'd say.
All right, so I'll let you go. Thanks for coming.
Say goodbye to the gang.
Leonis, thanks for coming. Tim, thanks for coming. Indubitably, thanks for coming. Thanks, everybody. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Oh, of course, do your own due diligence. Our opinion is strictly our own, not investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. And subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada. Ciao.